We are recording. What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? Welcome back to the 76-hour podcast. I'm your host, Kayin or Yeen, as you know, on my YouTube channel. And I got one of my main mans here to help me pilot the show. It is Nizzy Nile Stacks. Say what's up to the good boys and girls of YouTube. What's good, fam?
Chilling, bro, chilling. Just another day. Just hoping that the Sixers can get past the second round. But that's to yet to be seen. But other than that, bro, I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling.
So for those of you who are wondering why this like new piece of content is being produced, is me and now we've like been fans for a long time of this team, going way back towards high school, probably like what 2011, and like since that
Yeah.
time we like been knee deep in Sixers basketball talk. So I was like, yo, since I do now have a platform on YouTube, why not we just, bring our, debates, talks, overall BS to the mic and to the world. If you guys did not know, when I actually go out and like do fan interviews, most times about 75% of the time, the man in the back is that boy yeah, is that boy right there.
Oh man, that's a lot. But yeah, my name's Nile. I've been a Sixer fan for like really as long as I can remember. Like I don't really think that there was a time where I was just like, all right, let me see like all the teams that are in the league and let me see which team that I want to support. Like it was just like it was something that I just grew up in, I guess just from I guess watching my dad and taking after him and him being a Sixer fan. Like I think the first Allen Iverson poster I got was when I was like maybe like 6 or 7 years old, so it was really like goes back to childhood. But I mean, like at the end of the day, like I'm a Philly kid, I'm always gonna be for Philly sports, you know what I'm saying? Like even when the Sixers are doing bad or good, the same with the, Eagles and, I don't really care about hockey like that, but even with like baseball too, you know what I mean? But yeah, um, I mean, we're the third seed in the East right now. We're doing relatively well. I think we have like the fourth best record in I think the fourth or fifth best record in the league right now. So on paper, we're doing good, but I mean, it's like this every season. We'll play a good stretch of games. We'll beat a few good teams, and it's just like okay, well we may go, all the way, but until I see us get out the second round, then I think I'll have more hope. But I'm not really super excited because we've seen the same thing for like the past couple of years. But um, yeah, I'm still going to continue to support the Sixers just because I'm like I'm a Philly kid. Like I can't see myself jumping ship just to be like, oh, like I just like this like other team just because. I mean, like, and there's like nothing wrong with like liking other players that don't. I mean, I like other players that don't play for the Sixers and stuff like that, but I can't see myself being like a loyal fan outside of like what's in Philly. So yeah, that's why I'm still supporting this team, and hopefully we can um, reach higher accolades this year and get out of the second round and hopefully make it to the finals. But one step at a time.
Most def, most def, most def. So everybody, welcome to the podcast. These joints are like going to be very short, or at least that will be the goal. We're gonna try to put this like joint like out each week. We shall see if we stick to our goals. This first episode is going to be quick. I just have two questions, technically three. What is your thoughts on this team going into the actual last 25 games of the year? As like you just said eloquently, I like might add, this team is what, fourth in the league. Best, well, sorry, has the fourth best overall record within the actual league. And I believe they are third in the East, like 3 games behind uh Boston for first place, and about I want to say like what 2 games behind Milwaukee. During our intro before pressing record, we were talking about how this team has the hardest remaining schedule left in the league. Now I personally am not scared of that. Like you already know, Bulls, we don't necessarily show our strength going into the playoffs. Like we always, lose easy behind games. But I feel as though these last remaining joints is going to test our metal because you already know, Doug. If we're going to get past the second round, we are going to have to face a good team. And I feel as though like we don't deserve to have an easy schedule going into the actual big dance. I would rather have Bulls face the Bostons, the Bucks, the Grizzlies before actually playing these games. So I think it's a good jaunt to like have the hardest schedule left. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that because, like, I guess you can say that if during these stretch of games we'll be, I guess, battle tested per se,
Mm,
and we'll be playing good competition going into the playoffs, so it kind of preps us for what to expect when we do get into the playoffs. Um, I think like my main concern that I've been kind of asking myself is like, do the Sixers have enough to be a championship contender? Like, is Joel Embiid surrounded by Tyrese Maxey and James Harden enough, or do we need another role player? Do we need a third or fourth star? More so outside of Maxey and Harden. Next to Embiid. So I mean, I think we have a good nucleus. I wasn't really too crazy about Maxi coming off the bench, but
mm,
when he did come back from injury, like our efficiency dropped like drastically. So that's the only reason why he's coming off the bench. But I mean, it's been working. We've been winning. I think we're on like what, a 4 game win streak. So
mm.
bench scoring has something that has really, like really bit us in the playoffs last year. So Max is definitely going to bring that boost and lead that second unit. Um, but yeah, I mean, this will be a really good battle test for the Sixers going into the playoffs, and then we can really see what they're getting, and it can prep us for a 7 game series against one of the toughest competitions out there, especially when we get into the second round. Because I think we'll make it out the first round because it looks like we're probably going to
We
play
better.
either Brooklyn or Miami, but more than likely it's probably going to be Brooklyn because they're probably going to drop to the 6th seed.
Mm.
And the Heat probably going probably might take the fifth depending on what the Cavs do, but I think we can beat Brooklyn in a 7 game series. I mean, I don't think I mean it should be a sweep, but knowing the Sixers they
These
may
six
win a
games,
game
man.
or two. Hopefully not
No,
three.
facts.
But I think we'll make it out the first round, but the second round, that's really like our championship, you know what I mean? And if we can get past the second round, then who knows how far we can go. But yeah, it's just like for me, it's just a matter of if is James Harden and Tyrese Maxey enough to pair
Mm.
with Joel Embiid. It might be, but I mean, I really think Maxey really going to have to step up and really, I mean, just do what he did last year in the playoffs because he averaged, I think, 20, like slightly over 20 in the playoffs. If he can give us like a solid like 25, like I feel like he has to be like the go-to scorer outside of Embiid, and Harden can
Mm.
just I mean, I really can't ask more from Harden. I mean, he's given me 20 and 10. He's like what, 33-ish. So I mean, I really can't ask for more. I think he's leading the league in assists, still giving you over 20 a game, about like 46% from the field. Like I can't ask for, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
he's
No,
like
facts.
you know what I'm saying? So Maxi really
Like
got to step up.
leading the league in assists too. Like I like what 10.8 joints per game.
like for real, he should have been an all-star. But Drew Holiday, who don't get me wrong, is a good player, but he was averaging less points, less rebounds, and assists than James, and James still not an all-star. And it's like I like James's game, but like one thing that I don't like about James, bro, is that he really just be like, it's just like what really irks me is that when like he'll be driving to the right and like he'll get fouled and he'll just like have his hands up and then
Be
like everybody,
fucking, yeah.
I'm like, bro, get back on defense,
Get back on
bro.
defense.
Like, like
It's a
he was
clear
just,
way.
and
No
especially
offense.
in like the playoffs, you can't be doing that. I feel like he's kind of like a diva. Like he has diva tendencies. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
facts.
he expects to
Mm.
get certain calls just because of who he is. And Joel low key be doing the same thing. Not as much, but it's like we just really need that toughness and just play basketball and not, try to leave it up to the refs to bail us out. You know what I'm saying? So, y- we'll see. Because the thing is, like, if we don't make it out this second round this year, it's like, where do we go
It-
from here? Do we resign
James
Harden?
going, bro. Nah,
Do we
definitely not.
blow it up? Do we? Because I mean, I've heard people say, well, maybe we should trade Embiid and just start. Which I don't think we
Not
should
yet, bro.
do.
Nah,
You
nah,
know what I mean?
nah,
So,
nah,
but it's
nah.
just like if like this year don't work, then it's like then what? It's like what do we need? Like a third star. Hopefully, you can attract some more free agent. You know what I'm saying? I really like, and that's why I'm not really like excited. 'Cause like, I'm like preparing my heart for the heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? But like
Like year after
hopefully,
year after year, bro.
but hopefully they can surprise me this year or surprise us this year and really do something in the second round, you know what I mean? So just gotta wait and see, bro.
It'll definitely be interesting. The one thing that like am going to be having a keen eye on is the actual health of Embiid going into the playoffs. So these next 25 games, Embiid, do your thing, but like please not stay hurt
Every
after year.
year and it's
Like you said,
crazy.
if we don't win this year, then like we're like stuck. I like guess in like not poor purgatory. So this is the year that we have to win, or at the very least get to the conference chip. But
No
honestly,
facts.
my thing is it's either chip or bust. Like I'm done, playing these like games. So it'll definitely be interesting. Well, I think that's a good place to end the actual pod. I have a lot of editing to do, so um, make sure you like tune in next week. The goal is to get this joint popping by the time the actual playoffs start. It's like where we like shall be like doing numbers, but just expect more content. We're gonna try to have fun with this joint. Please bear with us as we are new to this space, and like aren't as comfortable. But with your help, we shall get there. Um. So yeah, thank you to my brother now, and we will see y'all on the next episode.